All right. If we're ready, we'll get started. We're going to start in a reclined shape on our backs, and it's called Supta Baddha Konasana. So you can bring the soles of your feet together and a block on maybe the first or second setting underneath your knees, and just rest down on your back. And you can place one hand on your belly and one on your heart. Just give yourself a moment to settle in on this kind of gray day. I was noticing this afternoon that I was feeling a little, just my head felt weird, and so I did look up the biometric pressure, and it's like climbing. Like there's this graph that goes up practically straight up, so no surprise. So just allow yourself to let go of your day. Let yourself transition into this space, this time. And this practice today is to just kind of lighten up. It seems kind of like a serious time and kind of an intense time, so just kind of lightening up a little bit, just feeling lighter, feeling the lightness of your being. So relax, let the back settle into your space. Take a deep breath in and just send it down from the crown of your head, down through your body, your feet. Take another deep breath in and just relax a little bit more, maybe 5 or 10% more. Feeling the breath move in and out. Feel the relaxation moving through your body, lightening all the spaces within your cells, your muscles, your organs, and every tissue becomes filled with light. More and more light with each breath that you take. And just feel this lightness in the body as it travels down from the head all the way down to your toes. Feel it as the most natural state of your body. How the state of relaxation is your truth. Taking a few more breaths here. Good. And on your inhale, you can just draw your knees into your chest and give a little rocking back and forth on the low back. Giving all the lymph nodes in the low back a little massage as they help to cleanse and clear the toxins from your body. Good. And then bringing the hands behind your head. We're just going to do a little core. I don't know why I got the bug to do this, but just drawing your knees wide and your arms, your elbows wide, and then as you exhale, come and draw everything together. It's like a butterfly. So inhale, come spread everything wide, and then exhale, hug everything together. And inhale, and exhale. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Good. And turn this into bicycle sit-up, so drawing the left elbow to the right knee, and then switch sides, pressing the left leg long, and drawing the left elbow to the right knee, and then switching. Let's do 2 more on each side. Just kind of warming up the core. It feels nice to warm up on a cool day, warming up the body from the inside out. Good. And then when you finish, just draw your knees into your chest. And you can circle the knees wide, so draw them away from each other. And circle in one direction 3 times, and then just reverse the direction. Good. And as you feel complete with that, we're going to rock and roll on the spine. Unless that doesn't feel okay, we're just going to be making our way to child's pose. So if you feel okay to just give a little rock and roll on the spine back and forward. And then rolling over your ankles and finding your way into child's pose, letting the arms stretch forward and the forearms and elbows can relax down, and let the head relax down, let the hips sink into the heels. Child's pose. Letting go of any worries and doubts. There's nothing to do here, nothing to plan. Just letting the body be here. Just rest for these next couple of breaths. Filling each cell with light, and just fill the space within that lightness. Melting your heart down. And bring your forehead down, just letting it melt into the space, connecting to the third eye, your intuition. Jaw can relax. Let's just take about 3 more breaths here. Just noticing where you can soften in just a little more. Good. And on your next inhale, we'll just walk the hands over to the right. So wandering child, the hands can sit side by side, or the left hand can rest on the right. And your head can rest on your arm, or maybe on the mat if that feels okay, or wherever it wants to land, letting it just relax and just breathing into that left side of your lung. And breathing in light, breathing in appreciation for these lungs. Good. Inhaling back through center, and then over to the other side, wandering child, and just kind of finding a similar shape and giving permission for this side to feel different. Maybe it feels tighter, more open. Just observe without judging, just being curious about how your body is today. Good. Then inhaling to center. One last thing here. We'll draw the palms of the hands together, bend the elbows, and draw the thumbs towards the nape of your neck. Reverse Namaskar. Just setting a personal intention for your practice. How can this serve you today? You need more clarity. Maybe you just need some self-care. Breathing it in, and as you exhale, planting it down into your mat, and just planting that seed. And as you do so, rising up to all fours. Good. And letting your hands and wrists reside right under your shoulders and the knees underneath your hips. And we'll just lengthen long, and then we'll inhale, and we'll just open the spine up towards the ceiling for cat. Pausing here and just making a little movement here in your cat. Wiggle the hips and let the neck move. Exploring the shape of cat. Good. Take an inhale. Come back through center, and then exhale to cow. Let the belly drop and the chest will open wide. And here, just exploring cow. Maybe a little looking side to side. Good. Back to center. Let's flow. Inhale, cat. Exhale, cow. Letting the spine undulate. Inhale, cat. Exhale, cow. Good. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Coming back through center and balancing on your left knee and your 2 hands. Raise your right knee high And then we'll just start to take some circles to the back. So we're just going to take some big circles opening up through the hip. Noticing how is it with the hip today? Good. And then this next sweep, we'll just let this leg come across the body, sweep across the body, across the left ankle, and you can gaze back at your toes and just kind of giving a little massage and opening to the toes and the ball of your foot. Side body stretch. Good. On the inhale, bringing your right leg forward, so you're kind of in a little bit of a runner's lunge or a lizard, and just pausing here. Maybe the hands rest on your blocks or the elbows rest on your block, and we'll just take a few breaths, breathing into the inner right thigh, into the left hip flexor, and just observing the sensations in the body. Good. One more inhale. And exhale. And then just square your body over the right leg. And then flex your toes back towards your face for a little bit of a half modified split. So you're going to press the ball of your foot forward. Draw your pinky toe back. And then sweep your heart towards your toes. And just feeling a nice stretch along the whole back of your thigh. Breathing here. Good, one more breath. And then as you exhale, plant your hands and we'll just step the right foot back and we'll come into down dog. For just a moment, we'll just pedal that out and just kind of feel the energy, feel the movement that we've created or the energy we've created by our movement in the right leg. Good. And then just dropping back down to your knees, squaring yourself off, and then you'll balance now on your right knee and your two hands, lifting your left leg up. And then we'll start that little circle. So it's almost like a little fire hydrant kind of situation. Just noticing the hip and how is it with this side of your hip. Good. And then sweeping the left leg across to the other side now, so maybe it lands on the floor and you can gaze back at your left toes and maybe roll around a little bit on the toes and the ball of your foot. Good. And then on your inhale, just draw your left foot forward to the outer edge of your mat, outer edge of your left side of your mat, and maybe again the block comes underneath your hand or elbow. Taking a few breaths here. And just feeling into this side of your hip, giving some space and time for it to unravel. We store a lot of energy in the hips. Just noticing the sensations. Good. Take one more breath, inhale. And exhale. And then walk yourself over so that you're squared off to the left leg and flex your toes back towards your face and sweep your heart towards your toes. So you're really trying to keep the spine straight, and maybe there's a little bend in your knee like mine just because I have very tight hamstrings. And just breathing into the back of the thigh, just imagining this breath moving from the back of your ankle all the way up to the crown of your head. Good. One more inhale. And then exhale. And on your inhale, something different this time. We're just going to walk the right foot forward. We'll come into frog. So the toes are out and the heels are in. And just feel into how this wants to happen in your body. So maybe you're real flexible and you can bring your hips down. Or maybe you have to stay a little higher. Maybe even sit on a block. We'll only be there for about 3 breaths. Using the elbows to press open through the thighs and the shoulder blades draw together, and just notice where you might be clenching or really kind of bunched up, and see if you can just bring some softness and gentleness into those areas. Good. Take one more inhale. And then exhale, we'll take a forward fold. So you can just put your toes forward and then bend the knees a lot. Let the torso spill over the thighs like a waterfall flowing over. Let the head and neck release. Maybe a little shaking out. Good. And on your inhale, just bending the knees so it's kind of like a skier. You can reach your hands forward. Firing up through the quads. And then exhale, fold. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, reach. And then exhale, fold. Inhale, reach. Press your hips back. This side, bring your hands to your hips. And we'll just rise up to standing. And we'll inhale the arms. Sweep them up to the sky. Inhale, and then exhale your hands to your heart center, Samasthiti, and just pause here. Feel the mountain beneath you, with the sky above you, and your space in between. Good. Inhale your arms and draw the palms together again, just like we started, another form of mountain. And as you inhale, draw it in love. And as you exhale, breathe out light. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, love. Exhale, out light. 1 more time. And as you exhale, fold forward, swan dive forward. And we'll inhale to a half lift. We'll start with a few sunnays to just kind of find our little rhythms to step back into a high plank. Move around in your high plank a little bit. Spread the fingers wide and press the ground away. Hug your belly to spine. Maybe the back of your ears lift up a little bit. Inhale. And then exhale, lower all the way down to the mat for baby cobra. The hands just rest under your shoulders, tops of your feet. Press into the mat. Inhale and just sweep your heart forward. And then exhale, lower. Inhale up to all fours, and downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here, reconnect with your breath. Just notice the body, how it's starting to respond to some movement. Good, on your inhale, bend your knees, look forward. You can lift your heels and tippy toe to the top of your mat. Half lift, and then exhale, fold. Good. Anchor down through your feet, soften through your knees. Rise all the way up to standing. Rise up to mountain. And then exhale, hands to your heart. Good. Inhale, sweep the arms wide. Exhale, flow forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to a high plank. Always good to support with your knees. Take a big inhale. And then exhale, lower all the way down, baby cobra. Again, press the tops of your feet into the mat. Hug your elbows in and reach yourself forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale to all fours, and downward facing dog. Take 3 grounding breaths. Feel the palms of your hands connect to the mat. Feel the soles of your feet. Good. On your inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, look forward, and make your way to the top of your mat. Half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms wide. Rise all the way up. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Last time. Inhale, sweep the arms wide. Exhale, flow forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back through high plank. And this time you can take a baby cobra, or maybe like a knees, chin, chest, or a chaturanga. If that's in your practice, just be careful with your body. Inhale, straighten your heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Taking some deep breaths here. So we're going to move into a mandala flow to kind of just bring our awareness, our focus into this mandala, into movement, into shedding away. Good. On your inhale, lift your right leg high. Press it back. Flex your toes towards your face, and then draw your knee to your nose and step through low lunge. Drop your left knee down and hug your inner thighs together. Take your time to rise up to Anjaneyasana. So see if you can stack your shoulders, leaning back just a little bit. Stack your shoulders over your hips. Good. And then exhale, half modified split. So flexing your toes towards your face. Breathing here. Good. Thank you for taking care of your knees. Good. Inhale, and then come back into your low lunge. We'll take a twist over to the right. So maybe a block comes under your left hand. Open. You can twist or swirl your wrist and open. Close your fingers. Good. Inhale. And then exhale, pivot to your left. So we're in a wide leg straddle. Your knees can be bent a lot, letting your heart flow down to the mat. Good. Inhale into a half lift. And then Skandasana. So bend the knee at the front of your mat, which is probably your right knee. Bend your knee. And then we'll come back through center, and then we'll come to a low lunge at the back of your mat. Now we're going to come into high lunge, so press into the ball of your back foot, anchor down to your front foot, rise up, press and lunge. Taking your time to get there, trusting yourself. Good, inhale, and exhale. Good. Inhale, and then we're going to move to the back of our mat into a chair pose, so just stepping the feet together, and the arms can sweep back behind you. Chair pose. Good. And now we'll come into an airplane, so or warrior three. So lifting your back left leg, reaching the left leg back into space. And maybe this looks like a K or maybe a T. It's all good. Just feeling a little bit of lightness. Inhale, and then opening up, step back into star. So we're facing the doors. Open up the star and breathe. Good. And we'll find a little kriya here. So inhale to open, and then exhale, breathe down into goddess. Inhale to open. Exhale down into goddess. One more time. Inhale and exhale. And then finding warrior two to the front of your mat. Flipping your front palm, reverse your warrior. And then exhale, flow down to your mat. Lift your hands, lift your left leg high. And then slowly step your left foot back to the front of your mat, low lunge. Starting second side of our mandala, so drop your right knee down. Same thing on this side. Inhale, rise up. Good. Inhale. And then exhale, half modified splits. Flex your toes towards your face. And breathe. Good. Inhale, back into your low lunge. Take your twist now to the left. So reaching your left arm wide. So you can circle your wrist. Open your fingers. Inhale. And then exhale, pivot now to your right for a straddle. Bend and straighten your knees. Finding a new perspective in an inversion is always a good thing to do. Good. Inhale and bend the knee towards what was the front of your mat, your left knee. Skandasana. Exhale. And then inhale back through center, and you'll find a low lunge now to the back of your mat. And we'll rise up, crescent lunge. Back of your mat. Good. Squaring your shoulders over your hips, taking your time with this, and just feeling safe. Feel like you can take your time and be safe. Hug your inner thighs together. Good. Inhale. And now we'll step the left foot to meet the right, and we'll find chair pose into Uttanasana. Sitting down into your chair. Just take an inhale. And then hands can come to heart, and finding warrior three, so the right leg lifts this time. So balancing, same as we did on the other side. Right leg stretches back into space. Inhale, lengthen. And then step the right foot back, open up into star again. So we're going to do the same thing, opening up to star, expand wide. And then exhale, hug your elbows down for goddess. Inhale, lift. And lower. Lift. And lower. Good. Then finding warrior two to the front. Inhale, flip your front palm, reverse your warrior. And then flow down to a low lunge. Lift your right leg high, and we'll do that all again. One more time on each side. So reach your right leg high, and then right leg steps forward into a low lunge. Drop your left knee down. Inhale, alternate. Exhale, half modified splits. Inhale, back to low lunge with a twist to the right. Exhale, lower your hand, pivot to your left. Straddle. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Skandasana, bend your right knee this time. Good, and then inhale back through center, low lunge to the back of your mat. Rising up, crescent lunge. Inhale, find your expression. Exhale, step together, chair pose, Utkatasana. Balancing on your right foot, lift your left leg back. Warrior three, hands can stay at your heart or stretch forward or back. Good, then step open, back to star, expand, and then come down goddess. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Good, inhale, warrior two to the front of your mat. Exhale to release. Inhale, flip your palm, reverse your warrior. Exhale, plant your hands down. This time, left leg sweeps high. And then exhale, left knee to nose, step through low lunge. Last time before we have a little break. Inhale, Anjane. Exhale, modified half splits. Inhale, coming forward, twist to your left. Exhale, wide leg straddle. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Skandasana, bend your left knee. Come back through center and low lunge to the back of your mat. Inhale, rise up, crescent lunge. Exhale, pause and hold. Inhale, step together, chair at the back of your mat. Sitting down. Inhale, right leg flies back. Warrior three. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, step open to your star, expand. Exhale to goddess. Under Kriya. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, warrior two to the front. Pause and ground. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, plant your hands. And this time stepping back into high plank and pause here. Take a breath. And then exhale, lower all the way down. And we'll just find a little rest here. Bring the rest the palms one on top of the other. And find crocodile. Find your breath. Good. You can breathe in that light of love on your inhale. And exhale, sending out light. Just feeling the beat of your heart. Feeling that lightness underneath when you kind of let go of everything, you can just be in the flow. Good. Let's move into a little spine strengthening. So we'll just press the tops of the feet into the mat. We'll start out with a low cobra or a baby cobra. So inhale, just peel your chin and chest up and reach long. And then exhale, lower down. Good. Interlace your hands behind your back. And on your inhale, stretching the toes back. Keep the thighs tucked together for bound locust. Inhale and just pause here. Feel yourself growing longer. And then exhale, gaze to your right. So left cheek comes to the mat. Arms can rest alongside the body and rest. Feel your diaphragm pressing into the mat. Getting stronger, feeling more grounded. Good. So you can repeat that bound locust again. Otherwise, you can take bow pulling pose, come back through center, bending both knees, and you can either reach for or grab the tops of your feet or your ankles, hug your inner thighs together. And on your inhale, pressing up, press your hands into your feet into your hands rather, and draw your shoulder blades together. Trying to make a teardrop shape one of these days. Good. One more inhale. And then exhale, lower down slowly, gaze to your left, arms rest alongside your body. Just letting everything go. Letting the expectations go, the judgments go. Good. We're going to move into a stretch for the shoulders. So you'll stretch your right arm out perpendicular to your mat. And so you're going to keep gazing to your left and then just roll onto your right side and breathe. And if it's too intense to keep your arm out perpendicular, a little closer to the body can be easier. Good. And as you rest, coming deeper into your breath, coming deeper into yourself. What might it feel like to not want anything? To not want anything from anybody, from anything, from yourself. Nothing from the thoughts, no analyzing the thoughts or judging the thoughts. Emotions can come and go, no expectations. Just giving yourself a little break from the constant needs, constant wanting. Good. Take one more breath here. And gently exhale back through center. And we'll just roll over to the other side. So this time the left arm comes back behind you, rolling onto the left shoulder this time, breathing into the chest. Just letting go of the tension that we hold in the shoulders and the chest. And grief can be here. And grief can just be from loss, any change. Just letting the body be. Good. One more breath. And then come back through center, and we'll push ourselves back into melting heart. So keeping the hips over the knees, and just reach the hands forward and let the heart melt down towards the mat. And just feel a nice back bend. Good. And then you can let yourself come all the way back into Balasana or Child's Pose, letting the arms rest behind you. Going into a little seed. Breathing in love and exhaling out light. Good. Good. We'll start to move again. So coming back through center, you can come up to all fours and lift into down dog. We have one more flow of that little mandala. I hope everybody feels okay with that. And you can certainly opt for a child's pose or another shape if that doesn't feel right to you today. Good. So a little bit of change. Inhale your right leg high. And then exhale your right knee to your right elbow. Inhale your right leg high. And right knee to left elbow. And pause. Inhale the leg high. And then right knee to your nose. And then stepping through for a low lunge. Drop your left knee down. Rise up. Anjaneyasana. Good. Exhale, pyramid. So just straighten both legs, and it can be a modified pyramid. So the left heel can stay lifted, or you can step a little closer, hugging the inner thighs together. Both legs are straightish, and your heart goes down towards your toes. Good. One more breath. Exhale it out, and bend your knee, your right knee, and you open up for your twist to the right. And then exhale, pivot to your left for Pasarita, wide-legged straddle. Inhale to a half lift. Exhale, fold. And then bending your right knee, Skandasana, to the front, right knee bends. And then pivot to the center and to the back for crescent lunge. Rising up. Good. So let's find a little Kriya here in our crescent lunge this time. So on your inhale, we'll just draw the arms back into a big open chest, cactus, and then exhale, come forward. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Open. And close. And then we'll step together, chair closing. Awesome. Good. Pressing down into the right foot, balance on the right foot, rise up, Ekapada Tadasana, balancing on your right foot, left knee is lifted, another mountain shape. In that mountain, inhale. And then exhale, you can keep your arms forward and just slide back into warrior three. Stretching long and just kind of enjoying, being curious about this shape. Inhale. And then exhale, stepping back, open up into star pose. Toes out, heels wide, open up. And then exhale, sink down. And we'll cross the right arm under the left. So we're in our goddess legs, but we're in goddess legs and eagle arms, if that makes sense. Right arm under the left. And we'll just inhale and keep the legs bent. Inhale the hands up. And exhale the elbows into your chest. Two more times, inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Good, release into warrior two to the front of your mat. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, plant your hands down. Inhale, the left leg high. Exhale, left knee to your left elbow. Inhale, left leg high. Left knee to the right elbow. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose, stepping through low lunge. Dropping down to the right knee. Rise up, Anjaneyasana. And then exhale, pyramid. So straighten both legs. Modified or not. Drawing the right hip forward and left hip back and just finding a nice stretch, relaxing the heart down towards the toes. Good, inhale. And exhale. Good, coming back into your lunge, twisting open to your left. Exhale, lower your arm, pivot to your right, Prasarita, straddle. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Bending your left knee, Skandasana. Inhale, back through center, and then pivot to the front of your mat. Low lunge, rise up, crescent lunge. Good. Pressing into the ball of your back foot. We'll do our little kriya. So we'll inhale, cactus the arms, open up to the chest. Exhale, reach the hands forward. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Letting go of resistance. Exhale. Stepping together, chair pose, Uttanasana. Good. This time balancing on your left foot with your right knee, Ekapada Tadasana. So rising up with your right knee, opening up, and then we'll fly into our warrior three. So hands can reach forward or back, or you can just feel this whole thing. Inhale. And then exhale, open up into star pose. Open up. Exhale down into goddess. And this time, the back arm, let's see, be your left arm. Sorry, I'm getting myself messed up here. So inhale, just lifting the arms. Exhale, hugging everything in. Inhale. Exhale. One more time, inhale. Exhale. And release back into warrior two, the front of your mat. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, float down, plant your hands, and just step into a downward facing dog. Just noticing how this down dog feels compared to the first. Maybe bending your knees a little bit to lift your hips more towards the sky. Melting your heart towards your thighs. Good. On your inhale, we'll lift the heels, bend your knees, and walk your toes towards your feet. And we'll find a gorilla pose for a little shoulder stretch. So walking the hands under the feet so that the toes kind of tickle the wrists. And you'll step on your hands, and at the same time try to pull your hands out from under your feet and let your nose draw toward your knees. So it looks like a little gorilla. Breathe in here. And feeling a nice massage and connections with the soles of the feet, palms of the hands, the chakras coming together. Good, one more breath. And then exhale, let the hands come out. You can just roll out the wrist. We have one more little animal shape. So I'm going to show you crow prep. You'll spread your fingers wide and just kind of push your gaze forward. And your knees can just kind of come onto your triceps. And you can stay right here. You're right in crow prep. Now, if you want to find a little balance, you can just tip yourself kind of forward and explore, maybe lifting one foot or both feet. Gaze stays forward. And trust your wrists. This is actually really good to help build strength. Taking one more breath. Everyone together, wherever you're at. And then exhale, release, and come to sit. Sit down. How's everything doing? Good. You can kind of just stretch your legs forward, maybe circle your ankles and toes. That wasn't too bad, was it? Good. We'll draw our right foot into the thigh. And we'll just inhale. We're going to find a little forward fold here with a twist. So we're going to stretch your heart forward so the spine will stay straight. And maybe you grab for your calf or your ankle or maybe your foot. So it's a forward fold, but it's also a twist to the left. So you're really letting the spine stay straight and maybe a bend in the knee to protect the low back. Protect the joints in the knee. To soften in here, thinking about that, letting go of things, desire, maybe the identities, the roles you play. What if you could just kind of let go of all that just for this next 15 minutes? Good, take one more breath. Exhale, fold. And we'll take a little counter twist. We'll come up, we'll reach the right hand right behind your right hip. on the bent knee side, and we'll just lift up. So pressing your left foot into the mat, and wrangle your hips up and stretch your fingers wide. Really try to press your foot into the mat to feel grounded and expanded. And then exhale, come back down. Switch out the legs. Inhale and stretch up nice and long. Sitting down, sinking into your sits bones, and then folding forward so your heart's going to sweep toward your toes, and then you're just kind of forward fold and a little twist. Twisting, opening up the right shoulder to the right side of the room. And just enjoying a nice stretch, noticing how this feels in the body. Giving yourself permission to be wherever you're at. Good. Inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, fold. And then we'll do our same little counter stretch, bringing your left hand to your left hip and press yourself up and stretch long behind you. Good. And coming back down to your seat. And I'll show you a little restorative shape for today, bringing the soles of the feet together. If you want a little more stretch, you bring them in closer for like a butterfly, but otherwise you can let them be a little bit away from your body and maybe just resting your head down on some blocks. Just letting the forehead melt. The hands can rest on your ankles, breathing into the back of your spine. Feel the space that arises when we just let go, wanting anything, anybody from ourselves. Just feel perfectly okay, just as you are, just as everything is in this moment. Breathing into the back of your lungs, softening through the shoulders and the neck and the face, noticing the patterns of holding, where we're wanting to kind of grip, and we can just let go of the striving, the efforting, just soften and be gentle into ourselves. Let's take 3 more breaths here. You can breathe in love and exhale out light. And on your inhale, you can just slowly roll up and draw your knees together and start to just stretch your arms forward and roll down your spine. And once you arrive onto your back, just take a nice stretch, stretching the toes and fingers in opposite direction, making yourself nice and long. And then we'll walk the feet over to the left, and they can just sit side by side, or the right ankle can cross over the left, and then the arms can stay reaching back, or maybe the left hand reaches for the right wrist. So you're coming into like a half moon or a banana asana shape. So letting both your shoulders melt down to the mat. And just breathing into the whole left side of your body, letting it be nice and long. I'm going to go over the thoughts for this moment. emotions that might arise, maybe comfort or discomfort, just sensing maybe a little spaciousness in whatever experience you're having right now. Good, let's take one more breath here. And then just exhale to release, coming into a little pentacle or like a star on the ground, just spreading wide and opening up. And then we'll move to second side of banana asana. So maybe the left ankle sits side by side with the right, or it crosses over, and just exploring. Stretch on this side. Breathing up and down the body. One more breath. Back through center, and you can take a stretch if you like, and then just drawing your knees into your chest. And taking this next 30 seconds or so, if there's something that you would like to do, I can offer you a twist. You can just tee out your arms and let your knees fall to the right. Either if there's something else you prefer to do. Allowing yourself to move more into the core of your being. Who you are underneath of the roles and the possessions and the labels. Good, and if you've gone to one side, please go to the other side if you're in a twist. Wherever you're at, you can come back through center. We're going to just take a little breath work here. So if you'd like to bend your knees and find fallen bridge, or just stretching long in Shavasana, whatever feels right to you. Start to move into a little pranayama just before we come into our final resting shape. So we'll take a 3-part breath here. Just letting all your air out to begin with. And on your inhale, filling up from your low belly, and then your rib cage and your chest. Exhaling from top to bottom, the chest, the rib cage, and the belly. So practice this a couple times. Inhaling, belly, rib cage, chest. And just like you pour out the pitcher from the top to bottom, chest, rib cage, belly. Taking your time to get into your rhythm with this breath. Good. And once you feel like you've got it, you can add a pause at the top and the bottom. So just pausing at the top of the breath. And then exhaling and pausing at the bottom. Just waiting for that breath to just naturally come back in, being breathed. It's just a natural occurrence that happens without you even trying. Your body knows how to breathe you. Just feeling yourself being breathed. Last little layer you can add on if you choose is the mantra as you breathe in love. And as you exhale out light. Just being your natural self, just letting yourself be breathed, giving way to containers and thoughts and labels that we put ourselves into, coming into just a sense of stillness and presence and space. And as you're ready, you can let that breath go and maybe just find your final resting shape. It might be Shavasana, it might be something else. Just letting yourself be, let the space be available to you. There's freedom, peace, love, joy, and expansion here. Just feel the source that you are, and the sense, the lightness of your true being. Take a breath into this body that you so gracefully chose for this lifetime. The body that you love and honor and choose to take care of. Even though it's not who you are, it's part of your experience, an important part of your experience. And it's okay to let it be sometimes and to remember who you truly are. To be light in your experience. Take another breath and you can begin to find a little movement through your fingers and toes. Coming back into this space. Feeling gratitude for your body, for your experience, for shared space, to practice together. As you're ready in a way that feels right to you, maybe like a stretch or to hug your knees in, just starting to find your way up to a comfortable seat at your own pace, and knowing that if you'd rather just remain still, that's always an option. Just gently draw the hands together in Anjali Mudra, and we'll seal our practice this evening with one Om. So we'll inhale through the nose to chant. Inhale. Drawing the thumbs to the third eye, the seat of intuition, enlightenment, our true guru, highest self. The light, infinite light and love in me bows in deep honor to that same love and light in you. Namaste. You're welcome. Yeah, if you have any questions or any shares or feedback of any sort, I would love to know how that felt for you. I hope to see you. Thank you.
Oh, man. They just start giving drives home now.
You what?
Have a driver and have people have the driver drive us home.
Oh, yeah, that's a good service to have.
I think I'd rather have a fireplace somewhere.
Oh,
Wouldn't
yeah.
that be great?
Wouldn't that be nice? No one would ever want to leave.
No.
There's some cute little things out there on the table for Chinese New Year, so if you haven't seen them yet, you can make a little, you can scratch a little thing and find out what's your New Year's, little, messages. And you can make a wish and put your little coin into the fountain too. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Do you know where there's like a little spray?
Yeah, so there's a spray bottle right there, yeah, and then I think there's a little washcloth too.
Oh,
Namaste, friends. So fun to be with you. I hope to see you again soon. Be light.
So